Hey guys, welcome back to Bait and Tackle. Today we're just going to do a quick video on making some jig heads. We're going to paint them. We've already got them pre-made. I have a 3/8 ounce and a 1/2 ounce hybrid grass jig, and we're just going to go ahead and paint these. And I got some new skirt material that we're going to check out, and I'm going to show you guys what colors they are. Let's see what kind of color combo we can come up with. I think it's going to be pretty sweet. So again, just a quick video. I haven't been really feeling that well. I think I ended up getting the bad virus that everybody keeps talking about. I don't want to say in the video in case it gets demonetized or whatever. I'm kind of recovering from that, feeling a little bit better than the last couple days. So I figured I'd get something done, so then that way you guys have something for this week. Otherwise, I've been kind of taking it easy and trying to rest up. And work has been crazy busy. So let's go ahead and dive right into this, and we're going to check out a new paint as well, a new PROTEC powder paint that I have not used yet on the channel. Okay, so real quick, I'm just going to show you what we're using. We are using a PROTEC powder paint called Go Time. It's kind of a grayish tan color with blue and green flake in it, it looks like. But let's get one painted up, and we'll see what it actually looks like. So I've got some of this Go Time in this cup here. We're gonna go ahead and plug this in. We're gonna get our heat going, get our color bubbling here. There she goes. She's volcanoing. So then we'll get our heat going here, and we'll do what we normally do. Use a pair of forceps. And I've got my weed guard Teflon pin in there so that we can go ahead and keep that hole covered up. So let's get this heated up real quick. You've seen me do this before. You can see some of my previous videos if you want, just take a look at things. But all I'm doing here is heating up the jig head, which you can see over there on top of my heat gun. We're just going to heat it up real good. It's a pretty good size. This is the 1/2 ounce, so we're just going to heat it up real good the best we can. I'm going to go ahead and spin it all directions, get it heated up. That's going to be hot. Yeah, it's getting there. It's pretty warm. It's pretty cold down here, so I just wanted to make sure I get it heated up real good. All right, so we're ready to dip. Let me see if I can get you guys a little better look here. I'm going to go ahead and dip it down in there. Okay, now we didn't get all the way, so what I'm going to do, this jig head was just a little bit too long. It coated it perfectly, but what I'm going to do is take some of that paint and just knock it over the it just didn't get the bait holders. That's all it didn't get. So I'm just going to go ahead and just took a little brush and tap some paint over it. I'm going to bring it back to the heat set it. Okay, and there we go. And I'm going to take the Teflon pin out so that when we bake it, it's not going to be in there. And I'm just going to return it to the heat just a little bit, just to get a little bit of the stragglers off of it. But that is the Go Time color, and it might be hard to see in this lighting, but you can see the green and the gold, or the green and the blue flake inside of it. And it's a little bit darker than what I thought it was going to be, but it's like a green gray kind of color. So pretty sweet looking color. So we're good with that. Let me go get a tray. And again, like I said, this is going to be a pretty quick video. And then I'm also going to do this little 3/8 ounce. So we're going to heat him up. And then you know the process already. If you've seen any of my videos, my jig making videos, we're going to bake these for about 20 minutes at 350. And I use a small toaster oven. And I had these little trays made. I actually got them from someone else. But I got these little trays made. And all I'm going to do is pop them in my toaster oven. And that's it, man. Came out great. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit this with heat one more time. This one dunked in there perfectly. Right down to where we wanted it to. And then I'm just going to go ahead and take this Teflon pin out without dropping the jig. There we go. Got a little bit of straggler on it, so I'm just going to go ahead and knock that off real quick. But there it is. So I'm going to go ahead, put that on the tray too. We can cut fluid bed off, and I'm going to go ahead and cut the heat off. We don't need that anymore, and we're done with the painting process. Alright, 20 minutes is over. Take these out. We're going to take them over, set them down to cool. Give them probably about, I don't know, 10-15 minutes to cool down, and then we'll continue. So we got our heads, they're cooled down. And the first thing I'm going to do is put a drop of glue inside of the space for the weed guard, and we are just going to use a simple black weed guard. I believe it's an FG30, I think is the number on those. I'm not sure, but that's it. You just put a little bit of super glue in that hole and push it in. So I'm going to do the same thing for the second one here. Just put a little bit of glue in there and take that weed guard and shove it in there as hard as it'll go. It'll go right back to the back of the hole. So there's those two jig heads. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you the colors we got. I received these from Lure Parts Online. By received, I mean bought. And what I got was this chameleon, it's chameleon skirt material. This one is watermelon red. Let you guys to kind of take a look at that color. It's very cool. Then here is a chameleon, same thing. Actually, all three of these are the same. This one is a watermelon red, but I believe it's darker. So there's a light watermelon red and a dark watermelon red. See that difference there? See it? One's light, one's dark. And then the last one is pumpkin green. And it looks kind of like a frog green. So I'm kind of excited. So I'm going to take and open these up. And I'm thinking what we do is we do whatever color goes best with the jig head, which I'm thinking right now, color match wise, it's a toss up between the dark watermelon and the pumpkin green. The light one is pretty cool. Yeah, I think we'll go with the light one to give it kind of a clashing color, like a contrasting color. So let me open these up and we will get what I think we're gonna do. I always do 4 tabs per skirt. That's just my thing. I like a full skirt. You know, if I ever sell somebody a skirt, they can chop it down a little bit if they want to. That's up to them. But I'm going to do 2 tabs of the light watermelon, and I'm going to do 1 tab of the dark, or of the green pumpkin, the pumpkin and green, kind of a crazy color, and then 1 of the dark pumpkin. So what we'll do is we'll layer them together so that the light is on one side, the 2 tabs of light are on one side, and then I put the dark pumpkin, the dark watermelon on the back, and I put that green in the middle, so it's kind of like a little accent color. So all we do is take those, and I use little O-rings, and I believe they're 4mm or 3mm. I can't remember off the top of my head right now. My mind is so foggy right now. I'm just trying to get you guys some content this week. Next week, hopefully, I'll be better. But use your little pliers there for the skirt, making skirts. Pop it in the middle. Cut off the tab ends. Okay. And then we've got our skirt made. So what I'm going to do is, off camera, I am going to just set these here, wait for these weed guards to set up a little bit. I also have to put the eyes on, and one important thing that I do after I put the eyes on is I put this seal coat on there to seal in the jig. So I may just put them together and do this last, like when we're done, like after the video's done, just so then that way I'm not, you know, trying to slow the video down. We'll see. I might just go ahead and do it anyway. So I'm gonna go ahead, we've got these ready to go. I think I matched up the eyeballs okay. I'm gonna do a 5 on the small one, the 3/8. I'm gonna do a 6 on the bigger one, which I believe is correct. These I got from Do It Molds. They're just a nice little like cat's eye type color, but they're like, or cat's eye shape, but they're like a yellowish color. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these on now. A little dot of glue. Like I said, nothing crazy. You just put on a little tiny dot of glue. You don't need much, especially since I'm gonna be sealing it anyway. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on here. I'm going to put the cat's eye towards the back. I'll show you what I mean. Just like that. Pretty slick. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Cat's eye toward the back, and on the other one I'm actually going to flip it around the other way. I'm going to make it so that the cat's eye part faces forward, and that way you get to see which both ways look like. And I really don't care. I mean, you can do it both ways, and both ways look pretty good, but that's pretty snazzy. So we'll do it that way on that one, and then we will do it the opposite way on the other side. And like I said, these are bigger for the 1/2 inch. I'm going to use a size 6 just to see. Let's just see if that actually does fit correctly. Oh yeah, that fits correctly. These do have some nice eye cavities on this hybrid mold, and I just wanted to show you both these sizes. I had these sizes already made, like I said. So that's what it looks like with the eye forward. Pretty slick. I like them both ways, but we'll do one the other way. Then I'm going to put this last one on, and then we are going to let things dry for a little bit, and I'm going to put that clear coat on that I was talking about. Sometimes these eyes don't want to cooperate because the stickiness tries to keep it stuck where you didn't want it, but I think I got it that time. So there's one side, there's the other side. Pretty awesome. Alright, so I'm going to let those dry up, make sure that that glue is nice and dry before I put the seal coat on. And then I think I'm going to show you that in the video, then that way you guys get to see what that's like. So, and I'm sorry for the fan noise in the background. That is actually the fan for the plastic. I got some plastic stuff going on as well right now, just trying to finish an order. So let's let these dry a little bit, and then we'll come back and seal coat them, and then we'll put them all together, and I'll show you what the final product looks like. So I want to get you guys a little bit closer for the OS coating seal coat part. So this stuff, it does settle a little bit, mix it up, and it looks kind of hazy. See how it's got that like kind of, I don't know what you want to call it, almost like a milky color, I guess is the right word. But the only other thing too is this stuff dries really hard. But what we're going to do is I'm going to take a small brush, this guy, and I'm just going to take this, just a little bit of this stuff, and I'm going to brush it. You guys can see this enough. I'm just going to brush it over the eye, over like the front part of the jig head. Now, and it is milky, but it will dry clear. Don't worry about that part. But what I'm really trying to do here is fill in the gaps around the eyeball a little bit, just so then that way the eye is really sealed in there real good. The glue works good, don't get me wrong, but I prefer to have a little bit of this clear coat over top. The only other thing is that I put enough of it on here where it's also trying to fill in the eye, or the lure eye part of the jig head, which I don't want. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of let this dangle for a second, because it will bring all the extra to the front. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to use this knife here just to clean out the eye a little bit and see if that'll make a difference. Worst case scenario, I can break it up a little bit after it dries. So I need something for this to hang on. It'll make this a lot easier for this thing to hang on this thing. So I'm going to let this hang for a little while. And I think when I looked it up, it said that it takes a couple hours for it to cure. So we're going to go ahead and do the other one while we're at it. And again, I think now knowing what I know, you know, you don't need a big coat of that. And you can do more than one coat if you want to. But again, my only purpose for this, and I would dip it, but I don't want to put that much on right now. But my only purpose for this is just to fill in around the eye, give the eye a little bit more security, give the jig head a little bit more clear coat on there, a little bit more oomph, a little bit more protection, I guess. So let's just go ahead and get it all down there to the front. This one's bigger, so it's a little bit easier, but I'm just trying to smooth that clear coat out just because I've got a lot of it on there. I think that's good. So again, just a nice little even coat. Normally I would dip them, but I also don't want to get it up on the weed guard. Now if that was a underspin or something else that I typically use a lot, I would go ahead and just dip it and then bring it back out and clean out holes if I need to. So let's go ahead and let that set up for a little while, and I'm going to clean up my paintbrush because I don't want this paintbrush to go bad. You just rinse it out with water and it comes right out. And once those are cured, which I'm going to give them about 20 minutes or so, we'll come back and wrap this video up. We'll put the skirts on and I'll show you what they look like with this new skirt color, the new skirt colors, and this new jig head color, which is called Go Time. I've let them sit for about 20 minutes. They are fully cured. They might be a touch sticky, but they're really not. They're not that bad at all. So 20 minutes after the seal coat works fantastic. So let's go ahead and put a skirt on and see what we got. Now what I like to do is I like to push the skirt tie down to the end a little bit lower so that when you hang it like this from the actual O-ring, that this is even with that. So that's what I like to do. And then I use the short end down, put the hook in through the longer end, put it up through the middle there, push that O-ring up, and then you get a magnificent looking jig. And I think I'm going to try to turn this a little bit so that the lighter color end is down, and the other stuff is a little darker. That is a magnificent looking jig. I love the color. These new colors that I got from Lure Parts Online, they're amazing. So what an awesome looking jig. Great colors. The head kind of turned out more green pumpkin than I would like it to. I thought it was going to be a little bit lighter than that, but the glitter in it, the blue glitter, the black glitter, and the red glitter in it, it's kind of perfect with this trailer, or with this skirt. The skirt is fantastic on this, but I love the colors. So let's go ahead and do this smaller one. Same thing. Just going to drop that O-ring down just a little bit, see if it hangs about the same. It does. Put it through. These things have such an awesome bait keeper on them, this style jig, this hybrid grass jig. I love it. It's fantastic. So, there you go. Another one. Awesome. So, as always, stay tuned to the end of the video. After I wrap it up, I will have some pictures of them, some better pictures of some close-ups, what they look like. But those jigs came out fantastic. The eyes were great. The skirt materials are awesome. Again, these are chameleon skirt material, and it's watermelon red, dark watermelon red, and a light. I'm sorry. One of them is watermelon red, the other one's dark. So one's lighter, one's darker, and then the other one is pumpkin with green. But awesome colors. You can pick them up at Lure Parts Online. And like I said, if you need help with anything, just reach out to me, comment below, and I'll take care of it. These eyeballs, these size 5 and 6, I think they sell them in a couple different sizes, maybe 4, 5, and 6 or something like that. I bought all the different sizes, but I think I got these from Do It Molds. I'm not sure. I'd have to go back and look, but I think that's where I got them from. And then as always, OS coating, seal coat, I'm pretty sure I got that from either Barlow's, or maybe I got that from Do It as well. I can't remember, but I've had this for a while. I've actually got 2 jars of it, so something I'm going to continue to use. I didn't really show that in any of my older videos, and I really didn't use it that much. But I have used some of my own jigs, just gluing eyeballs on, and they do fall off once in a great while. So that's going to wrap it up for today's video, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Again, new colors, Go Time from PROTEC powder paints, and some new skirt material that I got from Lure Parts Online. Fantastic coloring. I'll show you some pictures after. Just stay tuned after this. A little bit after, I'm going to throw just some pictures on the end just so you can see some close-ups. But awesome stuff. Go check them out if you want to get some of these awesome materials. Like I said, Lure Parts Online for the skirt stuff. I think I got the PROTEC powder paints from Barlow's, but I'm pretty sure Lure Parts Online sells it as well. So thank you guys so much for watching, and remember, keep on baiting.